Jennifer and Grace, and she is here with me today because we're doing a newborn essentials video, and this is for 0 to 3 months. I am no expert whatsoever. However, I do have a baby. So actually in 6 days, she will be 4 months, which is crazy because I feel like time has gone fast, and every day I'm like constantly looking at pictures of her when she was like 2 weeks old and 1 week and a day old, and I'm constantly looking at pictures and videos of her. Like, I can't get over how fast she's growing. So for today's video, I do want to do a like essentials, basically things that I knew I needed right off the bat. Like I said, I'm no pro, but I do have a little baby, and I did I'm raising her practically on my own. I don't have any family here. Before giving birth, like the last 2 to 3 weeks, I was kind of nervous and anxious, not only for like the labor, but also because I felt like I needed to buy everything right in the moment. And you really don't, because everything luckily is really accessible. Go ahead, everything is really accessible in CVS, and you can also order through Amazon Prime, and it'll get in 2 days to your house. So you don't really need everything right away. She's sucking on my hand. Okay, so let's just start right off. The first few things that I feel like you need for your newborn that would be an essential, definitely for me, this changed my life, a swaddle. Now, I had seen them before, but I didn't actually think they'd work. I didn't even have a swaddle with me. This is definitely a number one and a must-have if you want to get your baby to go to sleep. She was already sleeping in her 2nd month all night. She was sleeping from, I would bathe her and give her milk, and at 9-ish, 10 o'clock, she was already asleep up until maybe 5 in the morning. So she was sleeping for a good amount of time. So there's also the Velcro straps that you actually have them tight on, and there's the loose ones. These are the other swaddles, and this set I got in this set is from the brand Aiden and Anais, I think, and I really like their stuff because they're very soft. Now, they are a little bit more expensive, but they're like 100% cotton, I think, and they're very soft material. So I really like that about these swaddles. Pretty big, so I use these. I don't really swaddle her with these. I like using the Swaddle Me or something a little bit more stretchy. I use these mostly for when we go out. I did take her out when she was 3 weeks old to Boston, and basically, wherever we went out, I would put this under her if I were to go change her, or there wasn't any changing pads in the bathroom or anything. So I would put this under her all the time. And I also use this to breastfeed her even till this day. So what I do is I get the ends and I just make a knot, and then I just put her under, and I'm breastfeeding her, I'm feeding her, and I'm not showing like my boobs to everybody. So the third newborn essential that I highly recommend are sleeping bags. Now, this one in specific, I don't recommend because I never use it. They have tank tops, and then they have the long sleeve ones, and these were gifted to me, thank God, because I used this a lot in the beginning, and they just look like this, and they're long, and they're like a bag, literally, and you just zip it up. And it's just easy at night when you're waking up every 2 hours. You want something that's easy, that's fast to change her in, and yeah, that's just what it is, just convenient. And also, you could layer on maybe like a little onesie and put this over so they're extra warm. And yeah, I really like these. The other onesie is this one. This is the long sleeve ones, and I really love these. I use this till this day, and this is what I use on her as well, even as a newborn. She's a little infant now, but definitely recommend the sleeping bags and the long onesies. It's just super easy, fast, and when they're like half asleep, or if you're half asleep, it's just easy to unzip. change his diaper, and that's it. So that's definitely a lot of things that you can stock up on. If you're about to have a baby, I would totally recommend that. So number 4 would be to have like bibs. And I breastfeed her. Even actually, if you formula feed her, the baby, it doesn't really matter because they tend to get milk a lot on their neck. And I needed bibs everywhere, that anytime I would feed her, because she got so much milk on her neck. And aside from the fact that she is chunky, she got actually like some buildup on her neck. And she still has it till this day because she's still chunky, so her neck doesn't really like stretch. She doesn't stretch her neck much, so she has like a bit of like buildup, so I have to clean all the time her neck. But having bibs, especially as a newborn, it's important so that way they don't get milk on their neck all the time. So that was my number 4. My number 5 would be wraps. So this one in specific is the boba wrap. And I really like this. I actually don't use it much nowadays anymore because I feel like she's really heavy. She should be weighing at least 15 pounds already, and she's only 3 months and 3 weeks. So she's a big girl, but I think you can even still use this even until they're like 30 pounds, something like that. But I really like this. It's really stretchy material. It's really long. The only inconvenience about this is the way that you have to set it up. Like you have to wrap it around like multiple times and tie it, and sometimes that can get kind of annoying, which is why I like this one, Infantino. Now I knew nothing about wraps before. Now that I'm learning, and I know that there is so many different brands of these now. Like I think this is one of the cheapest ones, but they have a lot of different brands out there that are more cushiony, that have covers, and so it's really just on what you like can afford too. So this is one of the first ones that I saw online, and I just got it. I like this one. However, I would like something that maybe had a little cover over, which I did see. I think it's called Ergo Baby. They have little covers so you can put them over their heads, and also something that has a pocket so you can put your phone, because every time I use that wrap, I'm trying to figure out where I could put my phone. So I would say the next item, whether it's number 4 or number 5, I can't believe I lost count, would be for the pacifiers. I actually recently got her this, but I wish I would have had this since the beginning. This is the Wubbanub. And what I like about this is that it's a cute little toy that she gets to have around, and right now she's trying to grab it. But right now she's actually grabbing more than before. Before she really wasn't grabbing stuff much. But I like this because this actually, it stays in place, and when they're sleeping, their pacifier tends to move out or fall out, or they pull it out. I don't really know how that comes off, but I just feel like at night in the beginning, I was constantly reaching over to put her pacifier in her mouth. And I feel like if I would have had this, it would have just stayed there balanced. The only thing I wish is that it would have been a little bit more weight. Like I wish it would have had more weight so it would stay still on her mouth. But that wouldn't work right now for her because she is constantly wanting to move everything and touch everything. So as you can see, she's pretty distracted. So the next thing is bottles, and I love this bottle. One of my mistakes was buying bottles without trying them in the beginning, and that's something I think you should do. If you're planning on buying bottles, try only to buy 1 pack, because you don't really know what they're gonna like or not. So the first ones that I bought were the Tommy Tippy bottles, and those nipples of those bottles do not work for me. They literally, as she drinks, they literally gets like, the nipple gets it gets so, I don't even know how to say it. It gets so pushed in that she has to take out the bottle because the nipple folds in her mouth. So it's just a horrible nipple, to be honest. And I tried multiple bottles and multiple nipples, and they all did the same thing. So I literally am obsessed with the Como Tomo bottles. My friend recommended this to me, and I'm glad she did because I didn't consider it before. Although I did see videos of people talking about it, because it is a little bit more expensive. I think each bottle is $15, maybe each bottle is like $12. So, yeah, it could be a little pricey, but I think it's a great investment because the nipples are very like our nipples. So Obviously there's nothing that's ever going to be exactly the same. The only bad thing is that I have so many Tommy Tippy bottles that they're just kind of set off to the side. I'm gonna have to just like give them away. So something else that I think this is like number 6 or number 7 is a wipe warmer. This one in specific is the Munchkin wipe warmer. A lot of people had, it was like half and half. It was, some people didn't use it, some people did. So it really just depends on you. I used it a lot in the beginning because I don't use it much now because I feel like she's okay. She doesn't need to have warm wipes now. But in the beginning, I did use it because I really felt that the wipes were so cold. Like, have you guys ever used cold wipes at night, or like just cold wipes in general? It's just too cold. So imagine for a little newborn. Like, I felt so bad. So I always had the wipes warm for her, especially at night. Some days were easier than others, but I made sure that she always had warm wipes because I felt so bad giving her a cold wipe. So one of the last things that I did want to mention is the bassinet that we have for her. She is soon gonna outgrow it, but I really like that it's a rolling bassinet. It was my intention to get something that rolls because I want to have one bassinet, not two, especially that I have a small apartment. So I just want something that I can roll with me wherever. And I really like this because I rolled it all the time from my living room to my bedroom, from my living room to my bedroom. So, and it wouldn't wake her up when she would fall asleep in it. Okay, so I am literally ending. This is the last thing that I wanted to add on the video. Bassinet stroller. Now those are that was one of my favorite purchases. So yeah, I really like the stroller because you can take it anywhere with you for however long you're gonna be out, and the baby will be perfectly fine laying down sleeping for as long as you're out. And you can even change the baby right away in the bassinet, which I did multiple times and I still do. I just really love that bassinet. So overall, these are 10 things that I would buy and I would recommend and suggest for anyone who's having a baby, and these would be my 10 newborn essentials. So glad that you made it till the end of the video, and if you like this video, then just leave a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or anything for me, or if you have any recommendations as well, like what has helped you with in the first few weeks with a newborn, what are some things that helped you? So now it's time for me to go. My baby's crying, so she's kind of like fussy. I think she's sleepy, so I'm gonna wrap her up in the swaddle because that's literally one of my holy grails. So I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.